Good morning.
Good morning.
Would you please tell me your name and a little bit about yourself and your family?
My name is Charlie Ree Mitchell, and tell about the Mitchell family. I met them in 1940 out to Kelly's quarters off of 46 on Turpentine Place, and I got, tell about myself too. And their father was named John Mitchell, and the mother was named Mary Mitchell. So they moved from out to the Turpentine quarters to Mims in 1942. And he was the first man that built a block house in Mims.
And where was that blockhouse built?
It was built on, well then the street wasn't named.
Okay.
But it's named Harry T. Moore now.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Is the house still there?
Yes. It's on the right-hand side going, coming from off of number 1, you get to the four-way stop and you turn left and you're going on down, and there's a big church sitting on the left and his house on the right.
You mentioned that you lived out at the Turpentine
Yes.
camp on 46.
Mm-hmm.
What was the Turpentine compound comprised of? What was it? Several houses, or what did it look like? Tell me what it looked like.
Well, it was just about 22 houses out there, and they were just old wood structures.
Were they like, did they have a bedroom or living quarters like kitchens and that?
Yeah, they had bedrooms and kitchen and front porch. And then that's all.
And where was it? Where was this compound located off of 46? Was it on the south side of 46? If you're going from Mims to heading to the St. John's, was it on your right-hand side or the left-hand side?
It was on the left hand, you turn left and go in there.
What was this near Turpentine Road?
Yes, that's what it was on, the Turpentine Road down where they got all those trailers and things built out there now.
Okay. Who were some of the other family names that lived there also?
Oh, the Owenses, James Owen and Mary Owens, and Miller Edison and his family.
And how many were in Addison family? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
And son Mo and his family, but see, that's him and his wife and his daughter. And let me see who else. And Effie Brown and Mouser Brown, they lived there, and them and their son. So.
Where did the men and women work in the Turpentine?
No, women didn't work in Turpentine, nothing but the men.
Okay, now where did the men go? What was it? Do you know what a typical day, they would leave in the mornings? Do you know where they went to Turpentine?
No, all I know, they went to work out there in the woods somewhere. Wouldn't know.
Okay, do you know who they worked for?
They worked for Coleman Kelly.
Coleman Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, did a truck come and pick them up, or a bus or any type? What kind of transportation did they have?
They had a truck, but some of the men had their own transportation.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
In the camp itself, what did they do for entertainment at the camp?
We had a church out there.
Oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
What was the name of the church?
St. Mary Baptist Church.
St. Mary's?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and who was the pastor there?
What's the man's name? His name was Oliver.
Oliver?
Mm-hmm, last name.
Now, where was the church located in relationship to where you lived? Was it on like 46, or was it?
No, it was off of 46 coming into the camp.
coming into the camp.
But it was on the road. It was near the road. The church was.
Okay. Now, do you remember when that church, what time period are we talking about here? Are we talking about like in the 20s, late 20s?
No, they just built that in the 40s.
In the 40s? Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you ever remember, being that we now know there was a church out there, do you ever remember that if there was a small cemetery in the area?
No, it wasn't.
Because we had reports that there was a possible cemetery located out at the camp somewhere. We haven't been able to locate it.
It might have was, but it wasn't there when we moved it.
Okay. Do you remember anything else about the camp? Did you have a company store there?
Yes, Mr. Kelly did.
Mr. Kelly? And what, just can you describe that and what types of things were sold at the
He didn't sell nothing in there but groceries.
Groceries. And how was a transaction taken place? Did you exchange money or was it put on an account?
It was put on account.
And then that was taken out of your pay at the end of the week?
Yes.
Or the end of the month? Okay. Did you go shopping for groceries anywhere else?
Yes, sometimes we'll come out here to Mims, to Duff store.
To Duff store. Okay. And they carried everything, didn't they?
Yes, the post office was there in the store.
Okay. What did you do for doctoring out there?
Oh, we would go to Todville to the doctor.
And who was the doctor at the time? Do you remember?
Dr. Christian.
Dr. Christian.
Yeah, and Dr. Potoff.
Potoff. Okay. Did you? How about having babies? Did you have a midwife out there?
I didn't have any children.
You didn't have any children. Okay. Did anybody in the camp have a midwife?
Yes, Effie Brown.
Okay. Do you remember who the midwife was?
Miss Effie Brown. The midwife was named Effie Brown.
Oh, she was the midwife. And where did she live? She lived there?
Yeah, she lived there, but later on she moved out to Mims.
Okay. Do you ever remember any of the babies that Effie delivered?
Yes, she delivered Annie Merle Owens and Ellen Curvin, Lena Curvin. Them all I remember. Because yeah, that's all I remember.
Okay. Getting back to church services out there, where did you baptize? Where did the church baptize?
Well, I was baptized right here in Mims. They used to call it the, what that hole was.
The rock pit?
Yes.
Oh, and where was the rock pit located? Do you remember?
Yeah, I can't remember now where it was.
Okay, and you used to come from the camp into here to be baptized at the rock pit?
Yeah, they would bring us out here and baptize us then we'll go back out to our church.
I see, wonderful, wonderful. Did you celebrate the holidays? What was Christmas like back there at the camp?
Well, it was pretty good.
Good. What was your favorite thing you made at Christmas time?
I didn't make anything.
How about what did the children used to get? That was simpler times back then for everyone in the 40s and early 50s. What did the children typically get for Christmas? Do you remember?
No, I didn't. I left Mims. My husband went to service in 43.
I see.
And I left Mims in 43 and followed him, and we came back in 46, and we left in 48.
I see.
And moved over on the West Coast.
Okay. Is there anything else you can remember about turpentining that would be of interest to the young people because they don't even know turpentining was done in this area. What did your husband do in the turpentine industry?
He worked in the turpentine till he went to the service.
Okay, and what branch of the service was he in?
He went to the Army.
In the Army.
Mhm.
Okay, did he go, he was in World War II?
Yes,
Okay, and he lived through it, and the good Lord praised him to come home safe.
right.
That's wonderful. And you said that he is deceased?
Yes.
Is he buried at LaGrange Cemetery?
No,
Where is he buried?
he's out there on, what's the name of that street out there on,
In Titusville?
yeah, he out there in,
De Leon.
no, he's on Garden Street.
Oh, on
He
Garden
buried
Street,
out
in
there.
the Memorial, in Titusville Cemetery. Okay. Oaklawn is now known as Titusville Cemetery then. What did you do for schooling? Do you know where the children went to school from the turpentine industry out there?
Yeah, when they first started out here in Mims to that school, they had a school. What the name of that school was?
Mims Colored School, wasn't it?
Mims Colored School, the first start.
Okay, and do you remember where Mims Colored School was located?
Yes, right across over there, where they are. What the name of that place?
Normandy, right on Harrington Mall.
On Harry T. Moore.
Where the Normandy Learning Center is
Yeah.
now. Okay, what happened to the Mims Colored School? Did it burn down, or did they tear it down?
I wouldn't know.
You don't know? Okay. Do you know anything about what was Mims like in the early days?
Well, there was a few houses built like him. It wasn't.
Do you remember any of the Kylers? Do you remember Bentley?
Yes.
Any Kylers?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What did they do in town?
All I know, they had orange groves.
Lots of orange groves. Yeah. Do you remember? Do you remember having any home remedies at all when you lived out at the camp? If you took care of, how did you take care of just everyday, like common colds or fevers, or did you have some home remedies that you did?
Yeah, but I very seldom had no cold. I very seldom have a cold.
Okay.
When I was younger.
Where did your family come from?
We came from Alabama.
Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And what was your maiden name?
Brown.
Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And where did you come from, Alabama? In
We
what
came-
year? Do you remember?
Yes, we came from Samson, Alabama.
Samson, Alabama. At about what time?
We came here in January in 1940.
1940.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Charlie. How did you acquire the name of Charlie?
I wouldn't know.
Your mama just liked the name?
I guess she did.
Okay. I thought maybe there might be a family story behind that.
No.
Okay. Okay. Let me ask you this. Do you remember the railroad? Did you ever ride the train to Titusville?
No, I rode the train from Titusville to Jacksonville in North Carolina.
Oh, you did? What was that like?
It was nice.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you, and you got the train in Titusville Station?
Yes.
And where did you make your connection?
I go from Titusville to Jacksonville, and then I changed from Jacksonville and gone on to North Carolina.
Do you remember how much that cost in
No.
those days?
No, I really don't.
Do you remember anything about the sawmill up here at all?
No,
Where the
because I didn't.
sawmill was?
I didn't live out there.
Do you remember how much your husband used to make a week working at the turpentine?
No, no.
Or how much he was paid a day?
No, I can't remember all that now because that's been so long ago.
Okay. What were some of the traditions at that were held at the church, at St. Mary's Church out at the Turpentine still? What were some of the traditions? Did you, for instance, did you have Bible studies? Did you observe the washing of feet ceremonies or anything like that?
No, we would have prayer meeting, like Bible study, and Sunday school, 11 o'clock service and night service.
And how about weddings? Did you hold weddings there?
No.
No. They were held in Mims, or were most of the people married?
I guess it was, because I wasn't there when nobody married.
Okay. Do you remember anything else about the turpentine industry that you think we should know? Was there a place out there between, if you can recall, between our turpentine place and Sanford? There was a community called Garfield.
No.
Do you remember Garfield at all?
No, I don't.
Okay. Did you ever go fishing on the St. Johns River?
No.
No. Do you remember Kelly's up here on US 1, where that was located?
Yes, the still was out here.
Yeah, the still was on US 1.
Yes.
About where, in relationship to where everything is today, about where was that located?
It was located along there about where the post office is, but it wasn't turned like the post office. It was facing the number 1.
It was facing US 1?
Yes.
Okay, and it was south of the post office, on this side of the post office?
No, it was north.
North of the
On
post
this side
office?
of the post office.
Okay, and it was facing US 1?
Yes.
Okay, what was actually there? That was the still. What was actually there? A big building?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember what happened to that building?
No, because I wasn't here.
Because you wasn't here. Okay. Well, thank you very much for coming today. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And thank you for your information. Charlie, could you tell me what was your birth date?
December the 12th, December the 16th, 1922.
1922. And when was your husband born? Do you remember?
Yes, he was born April the 17th, 1917.
Okay, and when did he pass?
95.
In 95. Okay. You have a wonderful photograph that you're holding. Could you tell us something about this photograph? It's absolutely beautiful.
Well, all I can tell, this is my husband's mother, and her name is Mary Mitchell.
Mary Mitchell. Okay. And could you tell us something about Mary, where they came from?
They came from Chipley, Florida, in 1940, down to Mims.
Okay. And did they work in the turpentine?
No, she didn't.
She did. Did
Yeah.
her husband?
Yes.
Tell us something about her husband. What was his name?
John Mitchell.
And he was a reverend?
Yes.
Okay. And what church did he have?
He didn't pastor a church.
Okay. What did he do in the area?
He worked in the turpentine.
In the turpentine. Okay.
And he joined St. James when he first came to Mims.
He was okay. He was
James Baptist Church.
What did Mary do?
She loved to fish, and she worked out to she worked for some of the white people in Mims.
Do you remember their name?
No, I really don't.
It's a beautiful old photograph, and you're very fortunate to have a picture of the family. When you lived out at the Turpentine, what was the facilities like out there? You said there was a company store. Did you have indoor bathrooms at the
No,
time?
no, ma'am.
Okay. Did each house have their own outdoor baths?
Yes,
Okay. And where were they usually located?
in the back
In the back?
of the houses.
Okay. And also, the other important thing is too, back then, that we didn't have rural trash collection. What happened, what did you do with the trash that you had?
We
Like
rake it up
bottles?
and burn it.
Okay, and the bottles and cans and stuff,
Yeah, bare 'em.
they were buried. So actually, out there in that location, if one was to go and excavate, it would probably find some very old bottles and cans, etc.
They probably would.
Yeah. Also, we had mentioned about the doctors. Did they make house calls back then?
Yes, Dr. Potter did.
Okay. And do you remember how much a house call cost?
No, I really didn't, because I didn't never have no house calls.
Okay. Did they come to the house if the people were just very ill? Is that why they came, or did they come just for anything?
They'll come, if you was, very ill.
Okay. There were telephones out there?
No,
No. So how did you get in touch with them? Someone come into town?
yes, we write letters to one of our family, and if something happened, they'll send a telegram,
Okay. Oh, so telegrams. Okay.
Yeah.
Where did you send the telegrams?
You
from?
had to go to Tylerville to do that.
At the Western Union office?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Do you remember where that was located?
No, I really don't.
I believe it was on US 1 or Washington Avenue, I think that's where it was. Okay, well, thank you very much for bringing this photograph and some history about the Mitchell family.
You're welcome.
I understand that your father-in-law and his son ran a grocery store.
Yes.
What was the name of the grocery store? Do you remember?
Mitchell Brothers Grocery,
Mitchell Brothers Groceries. And where was it located?
Harry T. Moore Street, on the street, Harry T. Moore.
Okay. And was that on the corner of Main Street in Harry T. Moore, or was that?
No, that was Harry T. Moore.
Okay. And is it still there today?
Yes,
Still running. Okay. And
but it's not no grocery store now. It's still there.
It's still there. What is it today?
Well, I can't say right now what it is, but don't have no lot of grocery. They have a few little things in there.
Like a little convenience.
Yeah,
Okay. And what was his connection with St. Mary's Church in Mims?
He was just, who?
Reverend John Mitchell.
Oh, he was just a member there.
Yeah, and he helped to found the church.
Yes,
Also, where was the movie theater?
It's on Main and Harry T. Moore.
And that was at the Masonic Lodge,
Yes.
I understand?
Yes.
Okay. Also, what are the most significant changes in Mims that you can see from the time that you were here in the 40s to the present?
Most everything, because it wasn't nothing much here when I came here. Because the streets wasn't even cut. A lot of streets wasn't even cut through there when we was here, when I first came. So it's been a great change since I've been here.
Well, they weren't paved either.
No.
Or had names.
They had names neither.
How did you have an address? How did you receive mail?
Oh, when we were living out to the turpentine quarter. Oh, we get it from the post office.
Okay, you had to come into town to the post
Yes,
office? Okay. So you had a post office box?
No, they just, give you your mail. They had a post office box. You just ask for your mail and the postmaster would give it to you.
Okay, so how would if I wanted to send you a letter, to you, how would I address it to you?
Just dressed at Mims, Florida,
Okay.
and we'll come up the Duff stove to the post office and get it.
So I would just put on the envelope Charlie Mitchell, Mims,
Uh-huh,
Florida.
Mims, Florida. Mhm.
Okay, and they would get it. What are some of the other significant changes that you've seen in the area?
Oh.
For instance, did you ever think that the space industry would have its roots here?
No, I really didn't.
And television,
No,
all that type of thing?
no, and banks, and drugstores, I never thought that'd have been in Mims.
Oh, what did you do for banking?
I didn't have anything.
Well, with the use of the company store, you just sort of quote had like a credit there, and that would be the pay.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you very much.